In the silent corners of Crescent Falls, amid the tranquility of suburban life, Amelia Bennett found herself unwittingly trapped in a sinister scheme, masterminded by her seemingly loving husband Charles. Despite the charm he projected to the world, Charles hid a cold, calculating heart. His psychopathic tendencies fueled by greed, he devised a malevolent plot to exploit Amelia's life insurance policy. His aim was to push Amelia to the brink of despair, painting her end as a suicide. The first threads of his wicked web were spun subtly, as Charles introduced an element into Amelia's daily routine. Unaware of the danger lurking in her cup, Amelia sipped her evening tea, now laced with a concoction designed to induce lethargy and heighten her vulnerability. As the drug took hold, Amelia's once vibrant spirit began to fade. Night after night, Amelia's vibrant spirit dimmed, replaced by a shadow of the woman she once was. The mask of a concerned husband was worn by Charles, a mastermind in his sinister game. He feigned worry, a convincing act that masked the true puppeteer behind Amelia's descending mood swings. These swings weren't a natural occurrence but rather a maliciously induced state, a result of Charles's calculated actions. His weapon of choice? Gaslighting, a psychological warfare of sorts where he distorted Amelia's perception of reality, slowly chipping away at the foundations of her sanity. He planted seeds of self-doubt, watering them with despair, each action, each word, each gesture meticulously designed to push her closer to the edge. But Charles didn't stop there. He isolated Amelia, cut her off from her support system, the very people who could have potentially seen through his ruse. He sowed seeds of discord, playing on her induced paranoia, turning her own friends into perceived enemies. Her social circles now seemed fraught with imaginary threats, and Amelia found herself teetering on the precipice of despair. Charles, devoid of empathy, planted the suicide note and watched as Amelia succumbed to his nefarious plan. Amelia's lifeless form was discovered in the early hours of the morning, her once vibrant spirit extinguished, leaving behind a void of despair. The shock reverberated through her friends and family, their sorrow underscored by a sense of disbelief. How could the vivacious Amelia have been driven to such despair? As the community mourned, a keen-eyed investigator, Detective Samuels, was drawn to the unsettling details of Amelia's demise. The suicide note, the sudden changes in her behavior, the isolation, it all seemed too orchestrated. His relentless pursuit of truth led him to the courtroom, where the sinister plot was laid bare. Charles, the charming husband, stood exposed as the calculating psychopath he truly was. Held accountable for his heinous crimes, he could no longer hide behind his carefully crafted facade.